Yes. Give me just a second. What's going on? So we got possible stage 4 underway in Bitcoin. What are we doing? What's our plan? Yes. What's going on, man? Gerald Peters. Hopefully you can hear me. Yep. Yes. Yep. Looks like you can. Excelente. All right. So the price of Bitcoin, greetings from Europe, from the free Europe, $58,332.46 for a Bitcoin. Now, on this chart, we're just looking at a naked chart. Now, I want you to notice something. As I click the back button, well, hold on. That's not what I wanted. Let's put in the Dow. The Dow and Bitcoin are doing basically the same thing. Now, Bitcoin ran up first. And if you notice, Bitcoin ran up, stopped, been fucking around, doing a box, started to pull back. And now it's playing with it. It's tinkering with this little edge. We'll back it up. It looks a lot like Bitcoin. Bitcoin and the market are trading in tandem right now. Or at least the Dow. Could be random. Could be. I'd love to see crypto break from the market. I'd love to see Bitcoin go up when the market goes down. That would be great. But if we put, what chapter is it in the money flow? Let me grab my copy here. I think I'd have it memorized. Support and resistance, or supply and demand, page 100. And as we look at this chart, that's what we see, man. We started seeing a box being built in Bitcoin. And the box has it has a decent range too, man. That's about an $8,000 price swing up and down. So not a week ago, price was $67,500. Now we're at $58,200. That's about $9,000 down. About $9,000 a coin. Now this is support. That's where our last pivot point was. We use these to draw the box, but we also use these to draw support and resistance, right? And this one's a little bit down. What are we seeing? We're seeing the breakdown, but there's light here. I want you to notice the histogram. Now, I took off the moving averages and all that, not to confuse you, so that we could dig down into this chart. And if you got your notebooks, if you got a money flow notebook, you got to write in there, Bitcoin's in a possible stage 4 decline. I mean, that don't mean we don't think it's going up. But if it's going to break down, we need want to reserve our money, man. We want to be smart. Where do we want to buy this? I mean, if it breaks, we don't know if it's going to break. But right around in here is where we're going to expect it to stop. Why? Shit, it stopped there before. That's the rules of the money flow. When price runs up, it tends to stop where it went before. When price goes down, it tends to stop where it went before. So let's look at Walmart for just a second so you don't think I'm bullshitting or making things up. I don't want you to get the idea that I'm making things up. Even though I can see this pattern, it doesn't mean I know exactly what's going to happen. But here's a chart that doesn't have anything to do with Bitcoin or anything. And watch, right? We get these pivot points that was the absolute high and the absolute low. And we can begin to mark these as we move forward to decide where are we inside. Let's take this down. Right? Let's take this down. Where are we in this pattern? Where are we? And so in my notebook, I know that's the pattern. I write that on the back of the hard part. That's the pattern, man. And we got ones, and we got twos, and we got threes, and we got fours. And that's how price moves. And so if we're looking at Bitcoin, right, we can begin to decipher that pattern. We can see it. You can begin to see it moving. You know, it moves up, right? Starts to go sideways, right? What are we seeing? The sideways is being broken. It's being broken. Well, wherever price has been before, that's where I kind of assume it's going to go again. Now, as a level's broken, watch. That's where I'd assume it'd go. Meaning it's been here before, it's been here before, it's been here before, it's been here before. Right? Theoretically, is that possible? Yeah, I don't see that happening, but it could. Wouldn't be unusual. Now, my biggest fear is that I wake up and Bitcoin's up $20,000 a coin, never looks back. That's my biggest fear. I was saying that today on Twitter. I'm doing this live Twitter thing every day at 10 a.m. where I'm just going to talk from my book. You don't have to die broke. So I'm talking from that book. You know, today I was talking about retirement, and I was saying that's a scam. It's all a scam. And I don't mean 401k is a scam, even though a lot of them aren't that good. There are many that are great. It's the concept of it. It's a scam. It's a brand new concept. That's only one generation got to do that. In the 1850s, nobody retired. You understand that? There ain't no pension plans, no Social Security. You did what you do till you die. That was how it worked. Right? That was how it worked. This is all relatively new. We have something people before us didn't have. Man. So as I look at this, there's a lot of things you could do. You might be into trend lines, and you're going to be like, let's connect the trend. And people will say, look, price could pull back to the trend line. And look, the trend line mysteriously happens to be where the money flow says it would pull back. It's been there before, and it's been there before, and it's been down here before. Now, I don't really use trend lines, but if I did use trend lines, you see, that means, you know, it pulls back into the trend. When it pulls back into there and starts to turn up, that's called buying the trend. Like you want to buy in the direction of the moving trend if you're trying to short-term trade. So if you pitch this line, a lot of traders will look at that and they'll say, okay, if it holds here, if it holds, I'm going to look at buying some. And if it starts to break out, I'm going to buy even more. And what's their target? Where it was before, right? Or maybe they just let it keep going. I don't know. What's your plan? It depends. So my plan is, I'm not selling any Bitcoin. It does look weak. It looks weak. My fear is not the money that I got in the Bitcoin going down. My fear is that Bitcoin goes up without me. But if that's not your fear, so worst case, I'm looking to be a buyer down here. If it holds, if this holds, watch this histogram and watch this. They are just now entering extreme zones, right? Just like you saw over here. Just like you saw over here. When they come into these extreme zones, what we're waiting for is it to tick the other way. We want this histogram, instead of ticking down, to start to tick up. And that's going to mean price is probably running again to the upside. But we don't know. I have no idea. But I do believe over time, it's going to go higher. And so if I believe that over time, it's going to go higher, I got a couple ways I could play this. And instead of being confused about it, let's just come up with a fucking plan to play it. And stick to the plan. Have conviction. You know, when it gets hard is if you're all in on this one thing. It gets real hard to be convicted about it. But if it's one thing of 20 things, inside a greater picture of a lot of things, it's not that difficult, man. It's not that difficult. I mean, the PayPal business might go down. I'm not going to sell the business necessarily. That's not trading, though. So if we were trading it, yeah, you put a stop loss, you take your hit, you let it come down, you try to get back in. If you're trying to preserve capital, absolutely, you can trade like that. If you're going to do that, do that. That ain't no big deal. You got to get used to getting hit when things turn on you. Another way is position trading. So if we look at DraftKings, ooh, ugly day today. Extremely oversold, man. What are we looking for? Watch. You see this? Until that goes this way, the momentum is to the downside. And it's like, no shit. I know, but look. Look over here. Until this indicator turned, you could put a line on it, man. Until you got it where it started to tick the other way, the price doesn't even stop, man. And even then, it's not an insurance. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So this one's really moved to the downside. Let me ask you a question. Has it ever been here before? Let's back it up and see. Ooh. It's been here before. It's not unheard of. This is not some new thing. They ain't set no Guinness Book of World Records, right? They were here almost there. They've been there. They were there this time in June. June last year they were here. Where could it go? Shit, it could go all the way down to here. It'd been there before. Now, is it likely to go there if fundamentally the business has improved, they're making more money, they're earning? Is it possible? I don't know. You got to go look and see what was going on over here, right? But it wouldn't be unusual. I doubt it goes that low. What's up, Rich? Look at PayPal. Oof. Has it ever been here before? Have people ever been subjected to so much torture? Let's see. Yeah, wasn't that long ago, actually. Let's see. When was it here last? Last December. It was here last December. Yeah, look at that. This time, when it was here, it was headed this way. This time, when it's here, it's headed down. Where's some possible levels? 180? Could it go to 180? Has it ever been to 180? What about 110? Could it go to 110, 120? Would that be incredible? Would it be impossible? Has it never been? No, it's been there a bunch of times. Been there a bunch of times. So we don't know. We don't know how low it'll go. We don't know how high it go. I know it's been to 305 before. Could we find evidence to believe that it's worth 305? Is it worth 305? What about 270? It's been there. And that's the backside, right, of the pattern. CHGG. This one's been really hit, man. Damn, dude. Damn. Damn. I mean, this is an $80 stock, dude. Cut to 27. Wow. Do not touch this. Not yet. Damn, dude. You got divergence going on here. Look at this. As the momentum slowed, remember what I was just talking to you about? Look, it don't even come out, man. You got divergence. This shit is crazy extreme. Man, you got to go dig in on this one. What is this company worth? Because this valuation, I mean, it's cutting 60%, just like that. That's bad, dude. That's a huge fall. 80 to 27. Which has more upside? Probably Sol. Let's get back into crypto. Sol's going to get... Solana is going to get bought up. This is a premier project, man. It's a lot cheaper to move money on this than it is to move it on Bitcoin, or on Ethereum. Ethereum's fucking expensive, dude. I know everybody loves it. Why? I get it. You can program on it. You can program on Engine. I get it. You can do smart contracts. Yeah, you can do smart contracts on a bunch of platforms. But if you want to buy an NFT and you got to use Ethereum, you're going to pay $100 to buy something? The exchange fees are ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. Redunky-donk. Look at Z. I trimmed Z today. I like Z. I like the company. I need to offset some winners, and this is a big loser. So I feel like there's plenty of time to get our money back and play Zillow. The market could possibly be about to correct. I mean, I don't know. The Qs are at 71 RSI. S&P 500's at 71 RSI. Dow looks like it might roll over. Where are bonds? Bonds are coming back. Remember on this little sell-off, I said I'm not selling. It's too close to the 200. We're going to hold this trade. It just didn't seem to make sense to me. I was shocked that bonds are selling off when the S&P 500's at a 70-something RSI. That just seemed crazy. Not impossible, but crazy. So stage 4, right? Turned into a 1. There's our breakout. We tagged our target. I downsized the bonds. It's pulled back. Shocked right there. 200's right there. We're right back to where we were. I'd already took some down. Good. I got less than I had up here. I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna hold this. And now we see it coming back. I don't know what direction it's going. I was just surprised that it came down so fast. When you have the S&P and all that at such high. Where's utilities? Are you guys in these trades? So you see utilities, see the pattern, right? Sideways up, sideways down, sideways up. And now we're going sideways. Are we going back down? Well, I'm hoping we run back up. We never hit our target. You say, why are you giving it the benefit of the doubt? We never hit our target and the RSI never got extreme. I assume we're going to get what we bet on. I'm looking to give it the benefit of the doubt before cutting it. I could be wrong. And we're seeing, we'll see. I don't know. Everything's going flat. The moving averages are flat. Everything is flat on the utility. It's at 50. That's not down or up. It's as confused as me and you are. That's utilities. I'm trading the UTSL. That's a triple leverage fund. Be careful. I don't believe there is going to be a down market. Everyone is expecting it. Good point, sir. I agree. It doesn't have to sell off to pull back, to correct. Now look. Look at this little correction. All right, big fucking deal. Went down a few weeks. Then it went back over, and then it went back up. Guess what it'll do again if it comes down? Come down a few weeks, and then go sideways, and then go over. It's never the end of the world. It's never, I need to avoid all of this. It's never that. It's always opportunity, man. It's always price. It's just price trying to figure out. Look, it's always flirting with wanting to go down. Fuck it. Take it down. I don't know. Evergrande isn't expected to make their payment deadline. Good. I don't like them anyway. Good. Dumb property owners will go broke. So the lesson to you is what? Don't leverage your brains out or you'll be like those idiots. And I bet there's people that work there that have PhDs in real estate, fucking finance and economics, and they blow up. Blow out. Completely go bankrupt for all their intelligence. Bunch of fucking smart Chinese people with algorithms, and they go bankrupt. How about that? Bankrupt. Look at that stop. Damn, right at the 200 too, huh? Look at that, how that came together, man. I'm working on a new ebook. I've been working on it for a while, bread and butter, and I talk about this. Almost always when the price is on this side of the 200, it stays above it. And when it's way down below it, it becomes an upside target. Almost always it bounces off of it. And to the downside, when it comes up, it stops on it. It's pretty wild, man. You'll see that on a lot of, and I don't mean stops forever, but it just gets hung up. Price just gets hung up. It's like a magnet. Watch that. You see that? See that? Like it just gets hung up there. And you see it. It tries to get away, gets pulled down, gets pulled back. Like it gets pulled back to. It's like a magnet, man. Look, it stopped right at it. It's like until you can get broken away from it, it just keeps pulling you back, man. Keeps pulling you back. And you can go look at just chart after chart. So look at Cisco right now. Are you watching Cisco? Cisco fucked up. Look what happened. It hit that yellow line. And the moment it went below it, you're like, has it ever stopped here before? Look over. Yeah, it stopped there and there, over and there, right? So it's been there before. God damn, look at this. Now look at this. Jeez. So if this target's broke, where do we expect it to go? The next one. Where's the next one? Right there. Come on, man. That is crazy. Hold on just a second. Let's look at Square. Look where Square's stopping to. Well, I would only nibble here, man. Here's the problem, man. I mean, the Qs are pushing up. The wind is pushing up against 71 RSI. The Qs come down. Does Square go up? I don't know. Maybe it plays catch up. You're like, that sounds confusing. It is. This is a stage one, though. If you're an accumulator of Square, if you like this stock, this is a buy zone. If this breaks, wait. You got another level and then another level. So if you're buying this as a position trader, this breaks, you could have weeks, and then you could pick up a little more here. A few weeks later, pick up a little more here. Now, some people, they're like, oh my God, I can't do that. But you could. And that's the plan. Like you're pre-writing the plan. So when it comes down, you're like, yeah, okay, I kind of expected that. That's the money flow. And when it goes up, I kind of expect it's going to stop there and then probably up in here. Why? Because, well, that's where it stopped before, man. And as you see that, that's how you see these patterns being drawn. Let's look at, God, look at Gush. It doesn't want to stop, man. So now if you look at Gush, now we got the moving averages in here helping us, right? But what do we see? 20, 10, 5, price is below the 5. Look at this. Price is below the 5. And then the 10, and then the 20. This is numerically aligned to the downside. And price is below the green line, right? And everything's pointing down. Look, where would it go? Well, it's been down here before, but more likely we're going to play off of this little box that was built here and here. So, right around in here. Right around in here. And what would that be? That'd be normal, man. Stage 1, right? Over here. Stage 2, rock up, right? Stage 3, stage 4, move down. Creating what? Creating the pattern, man. Hey, Gerald, appreciate all you do. Almost every time I get a stock, it moves down the next day. Yeah, bro, that's everybody. Give me an example. Remember, where's the whole market at? Hitty, high tide, OTC, baby. Let's see. Now look, what's the breakout? My very simple definition. Price moves above the green line. What's a breakdown? Price moves below the green line. See it? That's just basics. So this started in a breakout. Now what? Now it's starting in a breakout. Where's it likely to go? Where it was before. Shit. Now what if it stops, holds here, and comes back above the... Well, shit, it can keep going. It could go to that one, and then what? The next one. And so we don't know. We want to trade on the side of what is actually happening. So the closer to the stage 1 I can get it, well, then it makes it easy. Well, that's a 2, 3. Now we're possibly going into a 4. We'll see. Maybe it stops and holds here. Hit that like button. Thanks, Rich. If you're in this, I got to assume you got in back here. You wrote it up. You should have took some off. There's your target, right? What was target? Previous high. If you're swing trading. If you're not, it's something else. If you're trading for this higher target, if you're position trading and you're trading for a bigger number down the road, then you got to utilize these declines to build your position. Oh, wait, I don't know what I'm doing there. Are you position or swinging? One or the other, man. You got to decide. And if you're swinging, then swing. This is a swing. Comes down, you start to build a position, you get in, you need to start taking it off. It hit your target. Get out. And you're like, well, what if it keeps going? Good. You did it. You won. You swung. You got your money. You got out. That's swing trading, man. And you have 2, 3, 4, 5 of those going big as position as you want to get. If you're going to hold them into these downtrend, then you're doing a different game. And I get a lot of people get confused on that. They're like, oh, all my stocks are down and I have no money to add. Okay, now we need you to be a portfolio manager. You're going to get some stocks that are going to break the trend. They're going to run up, man. Hopefully. You're going to trim some maybe. Maybe you trim some losers to get capital to try to buy some more. But I'll be taking a loss. You already took the loss. Your account balance is what it is. If you die, they're going to give them what the balance is. They're not going to look at your descendants and go, well, he's down on Roku, so we're not going to give you that money yet. No, you have what you have. That's it. The money doesn't have to come from the same one to get it back, is what I'm saying. So you can trim one to add to another, but you got to make that call, man. I do this all the time, and people are like, why would you cut this stock? And I said, I didn't sell it. I trimmed it. I need money. I need money. It's not a marriage. They're assets. They're assets. And yeah, I get it. You need conviction. And that's why you have you can trim something. You don't have to sell the whole damn thing. You can just get some money. I just need a little money. Borrow a little from here, a little from there, a little from this. You go trim 5 positions. You now got some cash. You could buy a stock that looks like it's breaking out, man. Right? That's an option. That's all I'm saying. SOXL. Let me give you an example. This is a recent trade of mine. Did I just lose internet? Come on, man. Why you hate me? This is a recent trade of mine. What if me and you are trading and I go, hey, bro, we're buying this stage 2 breakout. And you say, well, I can't buy that. Why not? Well, I'm in all these stocks here. And I think, well, why don't you just trim like 3 of them, 4 of them? What do you mean? Well, you have 100 shares. Sell 15, sell 10, sell 5, sell 6. Now you got a chunk of money. You buy this. And then this goes up. You made money, right? Something to think about. You could trim. Now, let's say these stocks run, and at 67, you're still not to break even. You would still trim it. You've made money. So you're trading the portfolio. You're trading the whole portfolio. Let's see. Chinese stocks are terrible right now, huh? Let's see. Nah, man. We're going to be all right. FXI's China. It's under the 20. Bearish. God, this thing's getting tighter and tighter, though. Look at this. This little channel that we're trading. We're trading this little channel here, and it's getting tighter and tighter, man. You notice it? See, it stepped up some, came down some. So you're getting this tightening effect. You can see it on the indicator. See how they're starting to go sideways? See it? Look at this. Maybe you lose faith in that. You trim it. That's it, man. You just trim it. I'm in DFS. Core holding of mine. Look where it stopped. Jesus. Right where it stopped before. Look at this. Crazy, huh? Boy, I like this. I like this one. Discover Financial. I use the product. Core position. That's DFS. You said DKS. I like DFS though. Let's see DKS. Ooh. Dick's Sporting Good. All these retailers have been killing it, man. Hasbro, that was one of mine. I didn't catch, I should have went Macy's looking back. But you remember we were talking about the retail trade, what? I was saying, hey, it's time for a Christmas trade. It didn't give us long. That was the problem. Now, I want to use this trade as a possible illustration. We were talking about this over in here, if you're in the Money Flow gang. Walmart, Target, Macy's, Kohl's. Now, I didn't put Macy's out, but I said Kohl's. Any of these retailers, your favorite retailers, because they were all in a stage 4 decline going into Christmas, man. Christmas is coming up. They're all below their 200. So I like that. That's the stage 4 decline setting up for the stage 1. But tell me what would have been better. What if, now this is hard for people to get. If you got time and you're making money, let's say that's a fake breakout. And it comes down one more time, and then people are like, oh my God. And it comes down here, and you get to add it again, right? So you got to do it here, do it here. Now, when it runs up to 98, 99, which one was better? Well, yeah, looking back now, that would have been good. How come when it happens, people don't think it's good? It's always good, man. If you're position trading, if you're swing trading, you take a loss, you get stopped out, right? And you try it again down here. That's the difference. Look at Pinterest. Mike. Representing the New Orleans side of the money flow gang. What's up, bro? Like the video, you greedy bastards. See, you did the cursing for me. All right. Oh, man. PayPal, DraftKings, these all look terrible. We don't need to go back through them. Z. They shouldn't go a lot lower from here. Is AI coming back? Holy moly. Whew. Cut that in time. Wow. What the fuck happened to AI? I'm just now seeing that. Penn. Wow. Some point, these gambling stocks, if you got pockets, man, and you're willing to wait, this ATVI, Activision, maybe it's too soon yet. This Penn's, that's a casino or gambling trade. We got, DKNG. This sector is hated right now. I don't know. Fuck, dude. I don't own any Penn, but kind of wishing I did. Wow. ARKK. Brutal. Stage 4 decline. Do not buy ARK here. It's going lower. I might be in the chat room all by myself. This is, look at that. It's exactly where it stopped last time. We got a minor support. Maybe that holds. Maybe. If we get lucky, that holds, but I highly doubt it. Here'd be the next level, and then obviously right here. And that'd be totally normal. It's been there before. Just a cycle in the market. So let's say you just met me and you just started trading over here. Let's say you just started trading over here. You're like, man, I love this guy. All the trades are going up, man. Well, now shit, they're headed down. Guess what markets do? They go up and down. They go up and down, man. That's what they do. Look at all these little money flows this thing was doing. They're tiny. Look at them. Like 1 day, 2 day. Beautiful. Got a little shady over there, man. PLTR looks terrible. Or juicy good, depending on how you look at it. Yeah. If you're in self-harm, it's coming into a support zone. Oof. Dude, if that breaks, you're going to $18. Are you going to be able to handle $18? I don't want no roof jumpers. Where's the money flow? Money going then, GP? Where is it going, Gerald? If all this is going down, everything is going down, how is the market going up? Nvidia, Apple, look at Apple going up. Microsoft going up. Google going up. Tesla basically going up. Right? Nvidia going up. The big cap tech names, QQQ, going up. Right? The big caps of the S&P 500, what? Tesla, Microsoft, Apple. That accounts for what? 30%, 40% of it. Amazon going up. These are all big caps, man. Now, here's what they'll tell you. I have this conversation with people all the time. They never believe me. I'm only going to buy $5 stocks. Okay. And while you buy a $5 stock that goes down, here's a $3,300 stock that goes to $3,600. So your $3,300 is now $3,600. And that's better than going down in a $5 stock, right? But I just buy $5 stocks. So you can do these in Cash App. You could do them in M1 Finance. You don't have to buy, if you're in E-Trade, that's, one way. But you can do partial shares in other platforms. Square. Well, Square doesn't look bad. My point is all the high beta growth names, they're all going down. Peloton. Look at Peloton. Terrible. It's not going to stay that way. What is this? Risk. Tax harvesting and risk. Interest rates are possibly going up. Federal Reserve's going to stop quantitative easing, which means it's going to get harder to borrow. And on top of that, we have inflation. So we have inflation of increased wages and costs and supply issues, while at the same time, they're possibly going to raise interest rates. So that affects what? Campbell's Soup? Nope. That affects Peloton. That affects Peloton. Not really so much Campbell's Soup. Not so much NVIDIA. Not the semiconductors. Look at them. They're just blazing. SOXL. So some of these got right. Some of these got wrong. How do you play it going forward is up to you. I know the option is of not playing it's not an option. And great traders can get on the wrong side. Warren Buffett sold Delta for a big loss. It's okay if you ever have a loss. It's okay, you can book a loss. You can just say, hey, I'm done with this. That's fine. During COVID, he just sold Delta, raised a bunch of money. That's it. You could do that. You just sell one or two. You raise some money. Wait and see what's coming out. Obviously, you don't want to sell something you're buying. That'd be dumb. XLY's up. So if we watch the indexes, this is the beauty of watching indexes. You should have this. If you don't have this, you should have bought my course already. And you say, well, what's going up, Gerald? HXB, Homebuilders. I'm not in this one. Should have been. Watched it. Say, what do you mean? Right there. That's a breakout, right? There's the money flow. Price broke above the green line. Ran up. What is that? XHB. Homebuilder ETF. Now, I'm in real estate. And guys, I want to get in real estate, Gerald. Do you? Are you watching the Homebuilder ETF? That's one way to get in real estate. Yeah, but houses are too expensive by me. I can't buy any. Well, you could have bought the company that builds them. They're the ones getting paid the expensive money. If houses are too expensive by you, somebody's making money. Home Depot, the builders, the realtor, somebody's getting that money. Where do you think it's going? What about REITs? You could invest in REITs, right? You could invest in college dorms. What about that? That's in real estate. So you want to be in real estate, right? Yeah, it's too late to jump in that. Are you fucking dumb? Like, yes, bro. Look at that. 74 RSI, man. Man. I was doing good till I saw that comment. You better get, bro, I'm going to look up, see if you own my book, man. What is wrong with you, Hicks? Too late to jump in that. RSI 74. You do not jump into that. That's when you're supposed to be selling it. This is when a smart guy is taking profits. Why? Selling into greed. This is your greed meter. Fear and greed. That's greed. You want to sell into that, dude. You want to sell into that. Never make that mistake. Unless you're a very, 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 very short window trader. Now, if you're trading like in the day, buying and getting out by noon or getting out by close, then yeah, you trade shit out of these. But that's not the game I'm in. So I don't teach that. Okay? But that's a different game. If you are, then yeah, this is what you day trade, man. So if you're a day trader, you want to buy shit breaking out and running up. That's the shit you're trading. You're not holding it all day. As a position trader, you're raising liquidity in your portfolio to buy what? Other shit that may be breaking out. So you'd be selling some of this. That's home builders. Material select sector. XLB. XLB. What do you got in here? A lot of shit you could have in XLB, right? So you go look it up. Well, when that starts breaking above the 20, the stocks inside of that ETF are going higher, man. What else we got? Communications. Well, that shit looks sideways. What's in communications? AT&T. So let's look at that. Just a slow death drip down. This is killing us. What else is in there? Facebook, a few other things. There's a whole bunch of dumb shit. Verizon. Look at the XLE energy breaking down. How can we play this with trade money? Gush, Gush, that's the triple fund. Every one of these have a triple fund, meaning for every dollar you get 3. So all you guys that want to trade options and get leverage, this is a way to get option and get leverage without blowing out. It doesn't go to 0, man. It might go down. You might take a bitch slap, but it ain't going to 0. Options go to 0. This doesn't go to 0. This goes up and down. And so if you were looking at it and you were looking at this and you had read my book and you see in front of you, wait, price just went below the 20, just broke a box. The moving averages are closing bottom. That looks exactly like a stage 4 decline. And you could look at this. Give me just a second. I had an audio going. Man. Give me just a second. I was trying to catch the beginning of this on my thing. That don't even make sense. I need help with this. Some days, I don't want to be. So if this gets back in the box, super bullish, maybe this doesn't become a stage 4. If this closes down, this stage 4 decline heads down. Normal movement of cycle. That's the energy ETF. XLF already breaking down. Look at the spread. Look what's happening. Watch. This is a financial sector. What are you seeing? Look. The box is broke. Price is below it. Next stop. And then maybe right around in there. Most likely right in that zone. And that'd be a normal money flow, right? Up, sideways, down, up. This was a big up. Now we come down. That's XLF. So we're starting to see the banks pull back. We don't know how far they're going to pull back, man. That's the banks. So and my point to this is, now I gotten off on a whole nother thing. I should have kicked everyone off here. How do we hunt down stocks? This is one way. And I would encourage you to do it, man. Get that money flow notebook I was talking about. Go through all 11 of these every day, man. Ain't no big deal. Just write today's date. Put a little prayer there if you need to. Matter of fact, probably be a good idea. Shit, you should pray for me. I need it. Write that down. Pray for Gerald. There we go. That'd be a good one. I'll put pray for you. Let me write that. Pray for followers. I just wrote that in my book. I'm going to see that about 8 more times today. Now, what have we noticed? XLF, banks. Start stage 4. Little note there to myself. And as we go down, I'm looking for anything that's odd. XLK, full steam ahead. I'm in the TQ, right? I've been downsizing it. Why? Because it's extreme. But we're going to keep riding it until that bitch rolls over. And then I'm just going to downsize it a little more. But it just keeps going. All right, let it go. Consumer staples. All right, now this is interesting. What's the consumer staples? You know what's in that? Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Well, let's look at Coke for just a second. I wouldn't mind having some more Coke. Come on, man. Now, what do you see? Consumer staples. It's rolling over. Starting to roll over, right? Stopped right at the 20, right where the previous high. Starting to roll over. Inside of that, Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, shit you consume. Consumer staples. What do we see on Coke? It's a master class on how to find stocks, baby. Where did it stop? Where it stopped before. Now what? It's going to go down. Where could it go? Where it was before, right? Come on, man. It's almost criminal now. Give me just a second. Let's look at consumer staples real quick. What do you see? You're starting to see price roll over. So we're hunting for trades. So if I wanted to do short trades, I want to trade this, right? I want it to come down. So if I was hunting short trades, what? I need to be looking at sectors breaking down. So we can pick sides. If we're trading, let's look for trades. If we're position trading, we need to buy what? Stage ones. But if I want to short, I'm not buying this. This is not on sale, right? I need it to come down. But look, Coke is breaking down. Where's a possible target for it? Now, I'm not going to try to short Coke. There's not enough juice. It moves too slow. But you see the pattern, right? But now, it comes down enough. What? That sets up for a swing trade. But if you don't watch it, if you're not looking... So as you go through this today, like, all right, I need to keep an eye on Coke. Let's look at Pepsi. And we can do this sector after sector. Horton, Homebuilder. Like, we'll just start going down the thing, man. Pepsi. Ooh, Pepsi's holding strong. So we could go pull up that ETF, see where the other 10 stocks in there, right? And we look. Any weak ones? Which one looks weakest? Which one might we want to own? So our approach to it is different. As an investor, we want to buy as low down on this move down as we can, right? So when it moves down and goes to a previous low, and then what? RSI starts to get extreme. We get that tick on the MACD. Now what? I want to be a buyer. I need more shares. That's where I'm looking to buy right there as an investor. I want to just buy all of those. All the time I want to buy those. I'm constantly looking to buy those. Hope that makes sense. Where did real estate... Jeez, look at this. Where did real estate stop? Right where it was before. Look. Do you want to buy real estate here? This is the real estate ETF. Or you want to buy stage ones? Now, that doesn't mean it doesn't keep going. Of course it keeps going. Shit goes higher over time. Prices go up. But the juice and the edge comes from buying lows, man. Buying shit on sale. That's what we're trying to do there, man. Hope that helps. I appreciate you guys. I've been babbling long enough. That's one way. I wanted to end it with just a little bit of something. Go look at what stocks make up the XLU. Now you got a whole bunch of utility stocks you can trade. And as you go through these ETFs, XLV, that's the healthcare select. XLY, discretionary. Shit like Netflix. Shit people buy, but they don't really need it. That's discretionary. Lipstick, makeup, shit like that. Cabela's, snowboards, yachts. I was kidding about the yacht, but you get my point. You probably don't need a yacht, bro. Although I'd take a yacht. Let's see. Back up one more. Let me finish it out. I feel like Sheldon. Amy. Let me finish out the XRT retail. Now, this has been going up. Go look at Macy's, right? We talked about that. Kohl's, all those. Few that broke ranks. Those ones that broke ranks, if this stays in an uptrend, probably going to play catch up. XTL, Spider Telecom. That's a shitty ETF. Don't mess with it. That's it. I have about another 40 others that get into subdivisions. You get into video games. So we're looking at Activision. Well, we don't need to go take the risk of Activision. We could buy Hero or some shit. Hero. Where's Hero right now? Right? Ooh, that one's run up. What is Hero? The Global X video game esports ETF, right? So when that's breaking out, which it's not, it's overpriced right now. But if it was breaking out, what could you do? Go look at the stocks inside of the HERO, but you need to be on it before the breakout because you want to catch the leaders. So on the day the ETF breaks out, I guarantee you there were 2 or 3 stocks within this ETF that had already broke out and were already running. They're the front runners, and there's always front runners and laggards. That's it, man. God bless. You guys be good, man. Appreciate you.